All right. Good morning, everyone. We're starting now. Remember, we were supposed to start at 8. So we're going to start going through past papers. We're going to finish do the January 2017 paper, and then after we're finished with the January 2017 paper, we're going to go through the syllabus to see what is it that we're comfortable with and what it is that we are not comfortable with. Are you hearing me? Teen paper, we're going to go through the syllabus to see what is it that we're comfortable with. All right. So when we are going through, just give your honest responses. If it is that it is wrong, it is just wrong, and then we will take it from there. All right. Good morning, Draco. Who is Draco? Who is Draco? All right. All right. All right. Good morning, She's. Gonna have some weird names. All right. Um. So this is question one. And for question one, it says write the appropriate name for the IT professional who performs each of the following functions. So determines access privileges for users of the database. What is your response there? Hold on, let me try and zoom. Oh, I think you have to change yours to let me tell you what you're going to change the quality to. Change the quality to 720. Change the quality to 720p and then you'll be able to see the questions clearly. All right. So for part I, it says determines access privileges for users of the database. What do you think is the answer there? Joe, you're mad with me, you know. I swear to you. Come, guys, let me hear your responses. Administrator. Administrator is you need something in front of administrator shields. Something else in front of database analyst. All right. All right. Anybody else? So a database administrator would be the best response for this one. Hold on, let me change this. The analyst now would go through the data. So a database administrator for this one. All right. Or manager, analyst. There are some analysts that would have this task as well. Repairs malfunctioning computer equipment. What do you think is the answer for this one? Use a darker color. Um, Black. It's only the purple, the gray. These are the colors that are there. Hey boy, Gio. Yeah, go carry your computer, go. I'm a mechanic. A technician, right? Very good. So, a computer technician. So, please ensure that you put the technical terms there. Technician by itself is very broad, right? So, you want to be specific. Let me see if this one works better. So, it is the computer technician. All right. So describe the function for each of the following units found in your computer system, the control unit and your ALU. Very good, Christopher. All right, very good, Jason. All right. So your control unit is like a traffic police, right? So it is basically directing, as Jason would have said, the flow of your data or any instruction that is entered into your computer system, right? So it when you input your data, right? It is going to accept that data and then it's going to decide where it is that it is supposed to go and it sends it there. Right? Very good, Jason. All right. Geo. Very good, Geo. Arithmetic, as it suggests, deals with calculations. All right. Calculations and logical operations. Right? So you want to include both in there, not just calculations by itself. So the calculations would include your um, plus your addition, your subtraction, your multiplication, your division. Um, but then there's the comparison aspect of it, where it is that you're going to look on greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. So ensure that you put calculation and logical operations. All right. So, Christopher, in that case, because you're using but the same terminologies that are in the abbreviation, it's best now that you would add an example. So you would put calculation such as addition, your multiplication, your division, and then you would put logical operations such as your greater than, your less than, greater than or equal to, and your equal to. All right. All right, remember if you're not seeing the question clearly, that you should change the quality to 720 and then you'll be able to see it properly. All right, so what about the central processing unit now? When I reach the 1,000 subscribers, I think I'm 40 in a way or something like that. I don't remember. Right. But note the question now. You need to build on that now, Jason. Processes data into information. All right. So the CPU is the brain of the computer where all data is processed. No, no, I'm going to do a giveaway once it is that we reach the 1,000 subscribers, man. It's going to be a phone card giveaway. I'm sure it's a Giaga join, you know. I'm sure it's a Giaga win phone card too. All right, so put together now a formal one for the central processing unit. Jason, add what you have and what Shields wrote. All right. Central processing unit is the brain of the computer. It converts raw facts and figures into information. All right. Thank you, Christopher. You beat Jason to that. you can just say R raw data. Yeah. Yes, I'm angling. All right. So I have to zoom out a little bit here. So it says now in the box below, draw a diagram showing the relationship between the control unit, arithmetic logic unit, and the central processing unit. This one is going to be tricky in here because there is no pen and there is no. All right, let's see if I can use this one. All right. So notice now it only says the CPU. So you're not going to do the whole input processing output cycle. You're just going to show the central processing unit. So you're going to draw one large container, whether it is a circle or it is a rectangle. And this now would represent your central processing unit. Now we know now that inside our central processing unit, we have the two other units, which would now be your control unit and your ALU. So let us label these boxes. So this now would be your control unit. All right, this is your control unit. And the other one now would be your ALU. All right. So I don't have any arrows inside this here. Okay. It's kind of limited here. All right. So we're going to have one arrow and you can draw it for your own reference. So we'd have one arrow going up from the ALU and one arrow coming down from the control unit. Give me a minute, guys. All right, so I'd have to check, Christopher. I think I have everything for you. All right, so I am not seeing. All right, let me see if I can use the dots to basically represent that which I want. All right, so that's one arrow. All right, so that now would be the answer for this question, showing the relationship between the central processing unit, between the control unit and the ALU in the CPU. All right. Okay, good. So note that those are arrows right there. All right, let us continue to the next question. Let us see if we can finish question 1 or 2. All right, so as you know now, this section of the syllabus no longer, this topic was removed from the syllabus, so we're not going to do anything as it relates to binary and conversion. So we're going to skip all of this and come to question 3. All right. So what is the word says? It says a technician was checking a computer to see if it needed replacement parts. State the specification for each component identified in A to C. So it says here at A, Intel Pentium, this is what, 4? No, this is 4. Yeah, 4, 64-bit, 3.6 GHz. Now it's asking you from that there to identify the word size. All right, I see Connor and I see Jason. Very good. All right, so let us put that. So that's 64-bit. What's the processor type? Intel Pentium 4. Very good, Jason. Intel Pentium IV. All right, and what's the processor speed? All right, 3.6 gigahertz. Very good, Anglin. Let me pin your comment. So that's 3.6 GHz. Cool. All right. Really, Christopher? Hi, Kadisha. All right. So for part B, we have 2 GB, we have 5.33 M8Z, and we have SD RAM. What's the type of RAM? All right, good. I see your response, Gio. All right. I don't know what you're answering, she is. All right, what's the memory capacity? I thought, who answered that first? Okay, RAM 2 gig. Um, all right. So I see angling, I see shields, right? Shields, what is 2 GGB? All right. And the speed now, what is the speed? All right, very good. All right, and then I saw your question. All right, so it was Jason first with the answer for that one. All right. So that no would have been 533 M8Z. All right, so Angling's question is what is SD? So the S stands for synchronous and the D stands for dynamic. So it's basically how the different RAM chips operate. um so you have dynamic RAM, you have synchronous dynamic RAM. They have faster clock speed. All right, so let's look at C now. So for C now, we have 160 GB, we have SATA HDD, and we have 7,200 RPM. So here now it is asking which storage device is it given the specification for? Which storage device? From you see SATA, only one device should come to mind. SATA HD, no. Good, Marcus. Marcus in the building. Hi, Marcus. So this one is talking about a hard drive. All right. So what's the storage capacity now? All right, Marcus on a roll again. All right, so we have 160 GB. All right, and the speed What's the speed? 1.6? No. Oh, that was the last response there. All right, so I see for Marcus, Christopher, and Anglin. Very good. All right, so 7,200 by itself would be incorrect. Well, it's not incorrect, it's incomplete, Christopher. So ensure that you add the rounds per minute there. So it would be 7,200. It's like you telling somebody that Bolt can run 10. 10 what? 10 seconds, um, 10 hours. You need to be specific. All right. All right. So what device interface? Let's look back on the question. What was the interface? Remember that different hard drives have different connectivity, right? And there's one term there that is going to speak to the connectivity, how it is that you would attach it on your motherboard. So what's the interface? All right, Sato, very good. All right. So let us see if we can move to the next question. So we are now at question 4. All right. All right. So here now, identify one input or output device that is useful for each of the following situations. All right. See that one there? Very good, Gio. Braille keyboard. All right. Anybody else? So that would now be an input device. What would be the output for a visually impaired person? Note it didn't ask for both, I'm just asking you to state. No one know. If angling never see visually impaired. So it can be the monitor angling because the person has vision problems. So possibly the person can, it would be a monitor if it says that the person can see but not so well. But then they it wouldn't be a monitor just the same. Yes. So the speaker, the microphone could be an input device as well. A speaker. Oh, okay. All right. Understand. So, or we have speaker. All right. And somebody else said, or a microphone. All right. So you were saying used by a hearing impaired. All right, so let me pin Anglin's response for this one, since as he was talking about question 2. So a monitor, yes. Oh, Jesus. Gio, why you troubling Anglin? All right, what's the next one? We have monitor for hearing impaired persons. What else? So, though they are hearing impaired, could they not use a speaker? What do you think? A mouse, a printer. All right. A mouse. Right. Keyboard. All right. All right. What about a microphone? I think I asked about a speaker, but what about a microphone? They could use a microphone because hearing impaired doesn't mean that they can't speak, I think. So if it is, they could use a microphone as their input device. All right. So flight simulation now. What do we use there? For flight simulation, Jason, a mouse. Speaker, I'll accept speaker. Not the most ideal as yet. Awaiting for the response. What type of controller? What you call that? Speaker as the output, yes. A joystick. All right. Monitor can definitely work. A monitor would definitely work there. All right. To produce electronic signature. A stylus. Stylus, right? Very good for the stylus. A light pen. A light pen works with something else as well. Jason. Hi, Condo. All right, so let me tell you this one. The light pen and the digitizer goes together as well. So the digitizer, so what the stylus, the light pen were all correct, but they all work with the digitizer, which would be the surface that you would write on, or the touchscreen device like a tablet. Yes. All right, so I don't have any drawing tool in this. So you would have to look up on a sector and then show the drawing for that. But if you look up a floppy disk, you can look up a floppy disk, you can look up a hard drive. Your sector is going to be, all right. So on your floppy disk, you have concentric circles. Those are called tracks. Good. Then now you have your wedge shape slices. So it comes out like a pizza. Good. Now each, oh, this is going to be difficult to explain in here. All right, let me try. I don't know because I'm not getting circle. I'm not getting a circle per se. All right, hold on. So let's consider that this is a circle. So on your CD, you would have different concentric rings that are going around, right? So you have one. So they would look a little bit neater. And these rings would be considered as a track. Now you have division that takes place. This not going to do me much justice, but just stay with me for right now. All right. And the count angle. All right. So then now you would have these lines, which would give you, so just think about another line running across here, which would give you a pizza shape, right? So just think that it is angled, because I'm not getting that. A sector now would be this little slot right here, this little rectangular piece. So you have 1, 2, 3. If it was a triangle, getting a triangle where you have one line coming like this, then you would have 3 sectors, and that's all you would have to do for that question. I'm sorry I'm unable to show you fully what that is. All right. All right, so let us continue. So we're only going to finish this question, and then tomorrow we will continue. All right, it says state one secondary storage device that uses sectors and tracks to store data and programs. I said it before. Anybody heard that part? One secondary storage device that uses sectors and tracks to store data. A floppy disk, right? All right. Then it says now, identify one device interface that is suitable for connecting internal storage devices. Very good, Condell. We looked at one above. We looked at one above when we were looking on the hard drive, device interface. Hmm. Anybody? We don't know this one. Hi, roommates. I was drawing how it is that the film in the floppy disk would look. That is what I was attempting to draw. But probably if it is that I was in Zoom where I had the pencil, then it is that I would be able to show you exactly that part. So I was trying. But what you can do is that you can Google and look up the sector on a for a floppy disk, and then you'll be able to see. All right, so right here for the device interface, we are looking on SATA. Remember we said that is one connectivity. We have what we call an IDE, /ATA connection, and we also have SCSI, SCSI. All right. So you guys can look up on these connectivity. These are what we call device interface. So how is it that you connect your device? You buy a hard drive, how it is that you connect your device to your motherboard, right? Good. So most hard drives, when you hear about a SATA hard drive, it's speaking about the interface. You have the IDE also. Newer versions will have the SATA instead of IDE. All right. All right, so we will continue with question 5 and the rest of the paper tomorrow. You guys did well. Look up on the different connectivity, that is the interface that we spoke of before, and become aware because it's a part of the syllabus. Hi, Sansan. Is it Sandy? All right, so that is it now for today. See you guys tomorrow. Like the live before you leave.